All right, guys, today is Monday, May 13th. Stocks are absolutely cratering right now. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Dow Futures E-minis, and I'm really going to show you what volatility looks like. And I'm going to show you how the charts gave us three easy, beautiful, clean setups today for a potential 300 Dow points. All right, so let's go ahead, fire this up. Alright, what's up guys? Mark here with you. Well, the volatility is officially back, and of course you can chalk it up to any number of reasons that you read about in the news, whether it's the Donald Trump trade war with China, whether it's stocks being overvalued, whether it's we've been on a straight line up for almost 10 years now. I mean, whatever you want to call it, right? To me, and I think to most traders, it shouldn't matter what the reason is for market moves. You guys know, you've heard me say this before. Trade what's in front of you, not what you wish was in front of you, right? So let's jump back over to the CBOE's website and take a look at the VIX. I mean, you can see the VIX is up 24% today, right? That's a huge fucking move on the VIX. And you can see we've simply been quiet for most of April, and then out of nowhere, you can see that May has been absolutely insane, and that's reflected in the market moves. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and get our Dino Bars charts on the screen, just like this, because we want to see nice, clean, organized price action patterns. And what I like about the Dow E-minis is that it's consistent. This thing will trend very well, up days or down days. I don't think it matters. The Dow E-minis are going to give fantastic chart setups and chart displays, unlike this pile of bullshit over here, right? The Dow E-minis, I mean, typically you really only need to pay attention in the morning session. Again, that's my opinion. I have plenty of traders who trade round the clock. They'll trade the overnight session, they'll trade the morning session, they'll trade the afternoon session. Again, me personally, I have found that the very best moves happen in the morning session. And today was no different, right? Let me go ahead and timestamp the start of the morning session right there. And you can see we had 1, 2, 3 signals. One short, one long, one short, and you were pretty much done by lunch. How do you know we were done by lunch? Well, look at the time. It's 12 p.m. This is when most people in America go on lunch. All right? So what I'm going to do for you in this video, guys, is we're going to highlight the big winner for today, which is this particular signal right here that came at a little after 10 o'clock in the morning. And the first thing we want to do is we want to get to a side-by-side view of the Dino Bars, which is our master chart, our big picture chart, and the T-bars, which you see here on the right, which is our smaller time frame chart, right? So you can see on our Dino Bars chart on the left, we had a short signal, nice, clean, and obvious at 10:04 a.m. So when that happens, you jump over to your T-bar chart, 10:04 a.m. This is the Dino signal bar short from this chart here. Makes sense? This signal has been drawn here, and this is how you know it's time to start looking for shorts. All right? So let's just go ahead now and maximize the T-bar chart. And again, guys, if you've seen my videos, there's absolutely nothing new here. If you haven't seen my videos, this is going to be really interesting information. All we want to do when we're looking for shorts is we want to draw trend lines. How do you draw trend lines? Well, the first thing you need to do is draw pivot points on every reversal bar, and you want to draw them as dots, just like this. Right? So what you can see here is we have a set of 4 dots. And what we are looking for, guys, is we are looking to draw a trend line slope that looks like this. Right? So what we want to see is we want to see rising dots, any kind of rising dot sequence that looks like that. Again, if you've seen my videos before, nothing new here. If this is the first time or you're brand new to drawing trend lines, this is the most powerful and effective way to take your entries. I can fucking promise you that, all right? Nobody talks about trend lines except me, All right. Anyway, so it's 10:04 a.m. The dyno bars is telling you, hey, boss, it's time to look for shorts, right? So you want to find a sequence of dots that look like this. And you can see that the first sequence of dots happens right here. So when you get that sequence of dots, you connect this point with this point, and your trend line is drawn. Now, until that trend line breaks, you have to keep looking for a similar sequence, right? So you can see we get another dot right here, which makes the first trend line invalid, right? So we delete this trend line because it's no longer valid, and we connect our next sequence of dots to give us a new trend line just like that, okay? And guys, in case it wasn't obvious, you can see that the trend line broke to the downside, which is exactly what we're looking for. Right over here, let's just call it 25,370 on the Dow. And of course, your stop goes in right over here at 390, which is only 20 points. Trust me, guys, a 20-point stop on the Dow is peanuts. I mean, that's like $20, I think, okay, per contract. $20 stop is peanuts, okay? Anyway, so if I was to squish this in, guys, I mean, you can just see what happened on this trade, right? This thing ended up dropping like a stone all the way, right? And two things I want to show you. Number one, check out where we got into this potential trade setup, all the way up here. And look at the time, right? It's about 10:15 a.m. Chicago time. And you can see, not even an hour and a half later, it was already in the money by about 150 Dow points, right? And again, you can see it in the x-axis here, 12 p.m. Chicago time, right? While all those dumbass retail traders, you've heard me call them names before, I'm never going to stop. There's just a certain segment of the retail trading population that will never figure it out. I hope that's not you. I genuinely hope that is not my audience or anyone that I'm talking to, but you guys know it's true. You know that there will always be morons that are going to try to buy the market here, and then they get stopped out, and they're going to try to buy it here, and then they get stopped out. So on and so on, right? There's no need to drive yourself fucking mad like that, right? I firmly believe that all any trader needs is a side-by-side chart trading setup that makes things easy, that makes things organized, and of course that makes things simple, right? Just like you see right now on the screen. A side-by-side approach, a top-down approach. I mean, it works. There's no dispute that it works. I mean, yeah, there are plenty of people trading bullshit that looks like this, right? Don't be one of those guys. Long-term success is always going to be found when you keep your trading simple, right? Even a day like today where the market absolutely cratered and everyone's talking about the Dow being down 700 points and the NASDAQ being down 3% and the S&P being down 60, 70 handles. Let those other guys do their job while you do yours, right? It's the media's job to freak us out and talk about how the market's plunging and the market's doing this and the market's doing that. But if all you did today was turn on your computer at 8:30 a.m. Chicago time, casually drink your coffee, and look for these chart trading setups, you did fucking great today. Right? And that's really what trading should be all about. Don't let anybody else convince you otherwise. All right, listen, guys, I hope you found this video somewhat informative and somewhat entertaining. I do my best to show you guys that trading chart setups does not have to be complicated. I think anybody with the right mindset can succeed, and this is not brain surgery that we're doing here, right? We're simply watching for green bars and red bars, and we're drawing our trend lines, and we're taking our trend line breaks, and we're not using any fucking indicators whatsoever. All right? Guys, thanks for watching this video. See you on the next trade.